Hi everyone, I'm Lori and I am going to show you how to shade for your drawings. If you want to add depth and dimension to your drawings, if you're a beginner, this is for beginners. If you're advanced, then don't bother watching this because you already know what to do. I just drew freehand this cute little elephant, and this is what he looks like. And we're going to give him some depth and some shading. So what I use is, or you can use, I have just drawing pencils. This is the best sort of pencil sharpener. Or you can use these. Mechanical pencil works as well. I use these little tiny erasers because they're great for hair when you want to add highlights. It's ultra fine mono zero. Or I'm dropping it. This little eraser or any eraser. I like erasers that are made for drawing more so than a regular pencil head eraser. I think it works. Drawing erasers work much better in erasing your screw ups. This is a little shader. It's made of paper, and if you don't have any, you can roll up paper. It's just what it is. You can get it at Hobby Lobby or you can get it at Michael's. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and hopefully to speed up your drawing process a little bit more so you can get some depth and dimension. You'll be more happier with it. Then you can move on to painting. Okay, so here we go. Let me get my camera ready. Just about there. Okay. So, I already started to shade one eye, but I think I'm going to erase it because I want to show you the difference when you add shading to your drawings. So, first I'm going to start out with the ear, and I'm using, this is the pencil I'm using. You can use any pencil really, but drawing pencils work the best. Just kind of lightly go around the lines. I taught myself how to draw and paint about 15 years ago. I don't claim to be the best artist, but I can at least show you what I have learned along the way. So here's your little shader. You can also use a Q-tip. They work well, but I like these the best. So you just kind of rub it along there. You can kind of feather it out if you want, or just leave it right in close, nudged up against that line. And if you think it's out too far, take your little eraser. See what I mean? It gets little tiny areas. One rule of thumb, which I did not show you, is it's always good to have a napkin or paper towel. It's okay for this drawing, but when you're drawing bigger drawings, you don't want to get them smeared up with pencil marks from this side of your hand. So see what I mean? There's the difference. Then you can go back and again, once you've feathered that out, and make it a little bit darker in maybe the corner areas. And again, just feather it out real lightly. It makes such a big difference in your drawings. It just makes them pop. Here is the eye. And again, you can go ahead and feather that out. If you think it has the areas that are too dark, go ahead and erase a little bit of them. Usually it's good to have a brush to brush off your, which I do, to brush off your eraser. Keeps your paper cleaner. There's that. Then if you want to make him pop like he's coming out at you, it depends on how much you do. This looks really nice when you this is lined in ink, but when you just have it all in pencil, it looks really nice when you do your shading. And one hint when drawing and you want to paint over your drawing is you can buy clear gesso and put it on top of your drawing and it will protect it from smearing your pencil marks. Or there's a spray that you can get too, that you can spray on top and it will protect whatever your drawing is, and you can go ahead and paint on top of it. So see, that gives you a really nice, some nice depth. Let's go around the flower. I like my drawing pencil. And it kind of makes her flower stand out a little bit more too. Oh, where'd that? There it is. How about around the neck and the trunk? Maybe I'll do a tutorial when I have a drawing done in pencil, and then I can show you how I shade. I just finished 2 yesterday. They're so pretty. Just kind of brush it off. You can also add a little bit of shading to your backgrounds. Trying to protect my paper. And just kind of feather them out. Give some more dimension to the eye too. Get a little bit darker at the top. And then you can add some shading here, maybe here, and maybe over here. Just little areas, kind of long strokes sometimes, to give a little bit more balance. One here. Give some personality to your drawing. I love to draw. It's so good for the soul. Oh, there goes mine. There it goes. I just kind of winged it when I don't really have a camera selfie stick or anything like that. I just kind of taped it. So hopefully it'll hold. Like I said, I'm no pro, but I don't mind showing somebody else what I do. I would spend, me, because I am very detail oriented, I would spend a couple hours trying to get this right. I'm not sure about other artists. They probably take some 10 minutes. And I like artists who just go with it and it's done. They don't have to sit and think about it. It just flows right through them, and I don't have that creativity. This would be really cute after it was painted. I like to paint watercolors. So also, you can go on the inside of that line, but not this one, but this one, because this is the furthest back. And you can bring it forward. It gives this some highlight here. To give it more dimension. Same thing for this side. Maybe I'll show you how I paint this in watercolors. This is my first video, by the way. Tutorial video. I'm not a pro. I'm not trying to be. I'm just having fun with it. Once you paint on top of this in watercolors, it depends on how many layers of watercolor. If you do a couple layers, you can usually hide the line, the shading. But it helps to let you know where you should shade while you are painting. Unless you like seeing the shading. I like that too. I like the contrast between this and then the painting around it. And then if you get a little too much, which I think I did there. She's cute. And it will look totally, well, it will look beautiful once it's done and painted. This is kind of the middle part. You draw it, you shade it, you paint it. And not everyone does this way. I do. This is how I do a lot of mine. This is how I taught myself. I am, of course, self-taught. But I wanted to learn really bad, so it took me, I've been doing this for 15 years, so it took me years to even draw out of a box. I like the challenge, though, of trying something new. So, you can also do this and give a little bit of shading here. Because then it deepens the eyes back a little bit. Of course, lighten it up if it's too, just a little bit. Anyways, there it is. It's cute. And I want to show you my two drawings from yesterday. Well, maybe one. I don't know what I did with the other one. Sorry, I wasn't even going to do that, but pretty flowers. Well, I thought I had it here. It's really pretty. A lot of compliments. I don't know where I put it. Anyways, finished her. She's adorable. And I wish I could find my flowers. I thought I brought, well, I cleaned my scrap room. That's why I can't find anything today. Because once it's organized, and I have to learn where I put things. So, anyways, I hope this helped you. And maybe I'll come back and paint the elephant and kind of give you some hints or tips and go from there. Thanks. Have a good night.